Hey everybody, just doing a little update here on my Amiga Tower project. It's pretty complete. Just got to do some things with some graphics on the outside. I'm going to also get a IBM PC floppy drive with a special adapter that'll let you use a regular IBM drive as an Amiga drive. But here we have a regular IBM keyboard with a little logo I put on just temporarily. Calling my tower, because of the case, the Ultra Amiga. If we look up a little bit further here, a little hard to see right now with the light, but we have actually an on-off switch right here for the computer. I have over here a boot selector for Amiga DOS 3.1 and 3. Above this is my boot selector between the internal and the external, which obviously in this machine will be internal both ways. An old SideQuest drive that's not hooked up yet, and the bay where I'll put a IBM PC compatible drive with a special adapter cable that'll make it Amiga compatible, supposedly. I don't have it yet, but that's what I'm hearing. In this case, it was actually an old IBM motherboard I had in here, and I was using this to copy Amiga diskettes to ADFs. I was using a trick with two IBM drives and the motherboard. It worked pretty well, but now I have a SuperCard Pro from Jim Drew that does it for me much better and more reliably. On the side here, this is how it'll eventually look. Right now it's just a piece of paper, but I'll do something like this. And again, it's called the, as you can see, Ultra Amiga. And we'll take a look inside and onto the back as well. I haven't finished putting on the back plate, but this is a regular AT power supply converted. I have a cover for here, it's just not on yet. If you go down a little bit further, how to make cables here. This is my joystick port, my mouse port, and this is a PS2 to Amiga 500 adapter. I took this old audio breakout box from the IBM, gutted it, and just hardwired the two wires here for the left and right audio channels just to make it look halfway decent. Nothing else works on it right now. And this is my ECS VGA connector. I'll take a look inside the machine and let's see how it looks inside. Got the old two screws here. Makes it a little convenient. Okay, looking on the inside, it is a PAL Amiga 500. It's next to board I had. Basically, I did a couple of changes on it here. I hardwired some wires on here rather than having to deal with the pads. This is in PAL mode right now. If I close this jumper, it'll be in NTSC. This here is for the expansion RAM. Right now it's set to 512. If I move it over to the opposite position, it'll be set for 1 mega chip RAM, but I don't have an expansion memory in there right now. And this is the other jumper you need to move when you're going to set it up for chip RAM. I'll just pull this one off. I also have, obviously, the Kipper 8 meg fast RAM board. I wired the hard drive light from the tower to here. I soldered on a jumper for that as well. And obviously an 8 meg flash card with Amiga OS 3 on here. Actually 3.1, excuse me, on here. This is my boot selector I have here, so I can either go to the internal header, and on the internal header I'm probably going to put a what do you call it, a GoTech drive on here, and then I'll connect to the external connector here, an internal floppy drive. So they'll both be internal, even though the switch is for the external. I have a ROM switch down here, which is also from Kipler, and I had to make my own serial cables here. I had a couple of IBM serial cables, but when testing them out, not all the pins were going through, and you got to be very careful because pin 7 is 5 volts, and if it's something like crosses it over like a cross cable, you're going to blow something up, and we don't want to do that. The CIAs are like every other custom chip. They're not totally rare, but they're going to be, and we're going to blow them up for no reason. So I just basically used Cat5 Ethernet cable and just soldered them on from here, and they terminate right up there. And also you can see my left and right audio, which then comes down and terminates to this box here. The ECS is down here. I'm going to be adding a fan here. It's probably not necessary. The Amiga doesn't generate that much heat, but no reason not to keep it cool. And of course, up here is my hand-built power jack connector on this power supply. So that's it for the most part, and I'll fire it up in another video, which you've probably seen it before, but it's coming along really well, and it's just something good. This will probably be a machine that I use quite a bit, especially if the Viper 2 500 comes out. That'll definitely make this not only a 500, but then pretty much the level graphic-wise with an AGA Amiga, and then speed-wise it'll be off the charts. So that's it, man. I'm pretty happy with it. It works really well. It'll get some more artwork done later on, but I'm pretty happy with it. And any chance to keep another Amiga computer going, why not, right? And my belief is I do have a couple of other Amiga 500s and a 1200, and those are completely clean, stock, beautiful looking machines. And Amigas should be that way, but to me, the Amiga is also about this, being so customizable, being able to change it and make it do things that it was never meant to do originally. Only Amiga makes it possible, and sometimes this is its greatness, the fact that it can live on and still be used in amazing ways. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and guys, have a great night.